Oh! Yes!
We caught something. There's a lot of red in there.
Across 3 corners of the world, men test their limits against the sea, each chasing the same question. How far would you go to earn your next meal? From the jagged cliffs of Western Australia to a lonely island surrounded by venomous creatures and the calm shores of Japan. Every catch tells a story of risk, patience, and survival. This is Catch and Cook Survival, where every bite is fought for and every mistake leaves a mark. YBS Youngbloods, led by Brody Young, is a channel that captures real ocean adventures, island survival, and catch and cook experiences. On July 6, 2025, he set out for a remote island off the coast of Australia, ready for another wild adventure. But what began as a peaceful escape into nature would soon turn into one of his most dangerous experiences yet. Brody wades into the shallow waters determined to take on his self-imposed challenge, catching a venomous fish with his bare hands. The ocean is calm, but tension hangs in the air. He moves slowly between the rocks, eyes fixed on every flicker of movement beneath the surface. Then in one swift motion, he reaches out and pain explodes through his finger. The bite is sharp, burning instantly.
There he goes. Oh man, he got me a few times. I'm pretty sure he went in here. Maybe not. Oh, I might have lost him. Good on him though. Oh my God, it's a ray. Oh, that's why you don't put your hand in there. There's a ray in there. Oh, I think he's beat me. Man, oh, honestly, it's always an adventure out here. You don't know what's gonna happen. I did not expect to get lit up by a cod or a groper today, but I did.
Blood seeps into the salt water, but Brody refuses to stop filming. He winces, shaking his hand, breathing through the sting. It's a reckless move, but for him, this is part of the experience. Later, while exploring the tidal shallows, he spots a blue-ringed octopus, its glowing rings flashing like tiny warning lights. Brody knows exactly what it is, one of the most venomous creatures in the world. Yet curiosity outweighs fear. He kneels closer, filming the creature as it pulses with color, a living warning beneath the waves.
Oh, he's on that fish. Oh, that fish knows. I don't want to be here around this guy. Holy hot damn. Righto, he's on the move again, ladies and gentlemen. Creeping through the tide pools. Like a spicy little watermelon. This is the shit that I live for. He's just up near the other camera. I don't know what he's doing there. But, wow, the adrenaline. Like, how smart are they? That he knew. Wait, this isn't right. This is a smelly little hairy Australian man, and I've never met one of these before. Should I bite it? Should I stay away? I'll warn it with my scary rings, and I should be fine. What do you reckon?
The next morning, walking along the shoreline, Brody notices a stranded pufferfish struggling in the sand. Out of compassion, he gently lifts it to return it to the ocean, but the fish bites hard.
At this stage, I honestly thought he was just wanting to be my friend. I can't see what you guys are seeing right now underwater, but I'd seen that face before. A few months ago, when that big guy was eating the other pufferfish. And I can tell you right now that he was not friendly. Oh, holy shit. Oh, I wasn't looking, I was looking the other way and he full got me.
Pain surges up his arm as blood gushes down his hand. The wound is deep, nearly to the bone. His breathing quickens, shock mixing with disbelief. Moments later, the camera shakes. He's rushing back for help. Though pufferfish may appear harmless, their teeth are strong enough to crush shells or cut through human bone. For survivalists like Brody, understanding the behavior of marine wildlife can be the difference between life and injury. Brody eventually recovered after weeks of treatment and returned to the ocean. But his story leaves one question hanging. Would you risk your safety to capture the perfect shot, knowing the ocean never forgives a single mistake? This story comes from Guido's Fishing Adventures, a channel known for rugged coastal fishing and solo survival across Western Australia. Uploaded on May 4th, 2022, Guido descends a remote seaside cliff to camp fish and cook off the grid. But what begins as a calm day soon turns into a true test of endurance. Guido rappels down a steep seaside cliff, the rope swaying above the roaring surf. Below, a hidden cave carved into the rocks will be his shelter for the night. It's isolated, dangerous, and exactly the kind of challenge he came for. One mistake here could mean a quick fall into the ocean.
If I stay the night, I will probably keep a rope on. It's just too close to the water. Like imagine getting swept out. If you're getting hit by a wave in the middle of the night in your tent, it'd be pretty bad. It'd probably be the end of you, to be honest.
Once on the rocks, he sets up his gear and begins to fish. The first few casts bring nothing but missed bites and tangled lines, yet he stays patient. Then a sudden pull, the rod bends hard, the reel screams, and after a tense fight, a large sambo breaks through the waves.
Let's get a look. Little sambo. All right. Oh, pulled hooks just then.
Its silver body flashes in the sunlight as Guido hauls it onto the rocks triumphant.
It's not that big at all, actually. But, they always give a decent account for themselves. We caught something. This little guy, little Samson fish, type of amberjack, or seriola rather, is dinner. Hopefully he doesn't have worms. They can be quite good eating. Beautiful little fish. And fillets for days. I'm like, yes, finally.
But the ocean isn't done giving. Moments later, another shadow moves near the surface, a salmon.
He was darting around. Yep, he's grabbed it. And we're on.
He casts again, steady and focused, and within seconds lands a second fish.
There we go, we got a little salmon. I just saw him coming in, darting around, picking up bits of burley or something, and just wound my bait in and let it sit there, and he came and scoffed it. So, that's more bait, potential dinner as well if I need it.
2 catches in one evening, a perfect end to a tough day. As the tide recedes, Guido heads back to the cave with his catch. He fillets the fish and prepares a simple meal over an open flame, the kind of dinner that tastes better after a long fight with the sea.
I'll fillet the salmon as well. See how we go. I'm just going to take off one side now for eating and keep the other side as bait. You can just see it's a much darker meat. There's a lot of red in there. I did bleed it as well. We'll just take off. So, right here we have salmon, Samson fish. Chuck some oil in there. Far out. Will I even fit anything else into that? That's cute. One piece of sambo, that's what we're starting off with. Just going to get my plate ready here. Alright, so the moment of truth. Is the Samson fish good? It looks good. Tastes good. Good morning. The stars were incredible last night. Hopefully you guys got to experience them. No moon and pretty much no clouds. So I'm going to get up now, chuck some burley in the water, drop the tent, and we'll start fishing.
The next morning, calm waves and golden light greet him. He casts one last time before packing up and pulls in a breaksea cod, rounding off the trip with one more victory. Another day on Australia's wild coast where risk, patience, and hunger meet the true spirit of survival. When fishing from rocky cliffs using natural bait can double your success rate. Its scent carries through turbulent water, drawing predatory fish like sambos closer. Out here, it's not about luck, it's about reading the sea and using every advantage nature gives you. As night settles, Guido sits beside the fire waves echoing through the cave, the perfect balance between danger and peace. If you were stranded on a remote coast like this, would you risk fishing on the edge or play it safe and go hungry? Subscribe for more catch and cook survival adventures where every meal is earned the hard way. This story comes from Outdoor Chef Life, a channel that blends outdoor adventure, coastal foraging, and Japanese-inspired cooking. Uploaded on November 9th, 2019, this episode was filmed in Kagoshima, Japan, where Taku catches fresh squid and turns it into a simple dish honoring his coastal roots. But what begins as a calm day of fishing soon turns into a pure ocean-to-table experience. Morning light spills across the water as Taku prepares his gear on the rocky shore. With a steady rhythm, he casts his line and lets the lure sink deep before lifting 1, 2, 3, the signature movement of egging Japan's traditional squid fishing method.
So the technique here is to let it sink all the way down. Let it go down and go boom, 1, 2, 3. Let it sink back down. Do the same thing.
The sea is rough, the wind strong, but his focus never wavers. Then it happens a sharp pull, a flash of tension. "Whoa, nice," he exclaims as the rod bends and water erupts.
Woo! Yeah, that's a nice one. That's good. Oh yeah! Woo! Look at that! Wow, that's a nice one. Trying to spit at me. Look at this. Look at that, baby. Look at that. Awesome.
A large reef squid surfaces its tentacles, curling in defense. For a moment, he thinks it's snagged on rocks, but the shimmering body proves otherwise. With practiced precision, Taku stuns the squid by piercing between the eyes, a humane technique that keeps the meat fresh and clean. This is his reward earned through patience and skill. Back home, he begins the next ritual preparation. The squid is cleaned, stripped, and sliced with delicate care. A few pieces become fresh sashimi, soft and creamy, straight from the ocean.
Slice a few thin ones and give it a try. With no soy sauce or anything, just by itself. That's so creamy and good. Delicious. I love squid. And I almost just want to make sashimi, but I already told my dad I was going to make okonomiyaki.
The rest goes into his family's signature okonomiyaki, a Japanese pancake filled with cabbage, green onions, and slices of squid sizzling on the pan.
Yep. Where the squid comes in, the squid's going to lay him on top. There we go. Bam. Perfect. Bam. There it is. It's okonomi sauce. And some mayo. Just aonori.
At the table, Taku and his father share the meal, a mix of warmth, tradition, and pride. From sea to plate, it's not just about food, but about carrying forward a way of life rooted in gratitude for every catch.
いただきます。頭上げて。美味しいじゃん。美味しい。
In Japan, egging fishing for squid with weighted lures is both art and science. The technique mimics shrimp movements to trigger a squid strike. Once caught, a quick spike through the nerve center ensures freshness and flavor, a method passed down through generations of coastal fishers. As Taku finishes his meal, the sound of waves still echoes in the distance, a reminder of where it all began. Would you try catching your own squid and turning it into dinner, or leave the ocean's challenge to those who live by it? Each cast, each dive, each flame lit against the wind is a reminder of how fragile yet powerful survival can be. If you believe food tastes better when it's earned, join us, subscribe to Catch and Cook Survival for more journeys from sea to fire and from challenge to reward.